You had 32, I believe, Division I scholarship offers. Yeah, were you at the Texas game?
Yes. After
that's
that,
crazy.
I was like, I knew deep down I was gonna commit.
Yeah.
And this is what it feels like.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Ride Around Show. Today we got Isaiah Santega, one of the best recruits coming out of high school right now. He committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks. He's gonna be a hometown hog, and we're excited to have you on, bro. Let's hop in, get to know you a little more, talk about some shit. Let's go, bro.
Look, the only reason I survive, cause it's special first. You get successful, then it gets stressful thirst. Gonna test you, see what your texture's worth. Diamonds and pipes, one of them pressure burst. Street, still I get checks and spurts. I'm for peace, but before I get pressed, I murk. Better days prayed for, but expecting worse. At this level, boy.
Y'all, it's gonna be more of a nighttime drive vlog, chill vibes. The sun got away from us.
Moving out this young Malcolm, I'm the leader of the movement out this love. And this is what it feels like. Reach a level, make you question, is it real life? All the good, all the real tight. And the only rule, keep your dollar bills right. What it feels like.
Alright, so we hopping in the Tesla, so I gotta ask, what's your favorite car?
Tesla.
Yeah, I did a little research. I saw that you had said your Tesla was either your favorite car or your dream car, so I was like, we gotta pull it out for Zay. Zaytoven. So where'd you get that nickname, Zaytoven?
I mean, my name is Isaiah, so kind of just shortened it. My old quarterback from Texas, he started calling me Zay, so I like it a lot, so I just stuck with it.
Yeah, speaking of quarterbacks, you know, it's on my mind because, you know, you're going to be at the Razorbacks next year. I spoke with Lucas Coley, quarterback on the roster for the Razorbacks. He said you his dog for real. And he was, I was talking to him about, you know, the adjustment it takes from going to a senior in high school to, you know, a freshman on campus. And he said that's one of the biggest adjustments players make because everybody's the it man at their school. Like, you, favorite high school football, you the it man. But once you get into, you know, the locker room, everybody was the it man at their high school. So you gotta fight for that spot. So what do you think that adjustment's gonna be like for you next year?
I mean, so I feel like I have a pretty good chance of playing, and like that was part of the reason why I came to Arkansas. Like I feel like I had a good shot of playing, and so I feel like for me, I just need to work on getting bigger and really just work on tweaking a little stuff. Like Coach Guyton, the receiver coach, I feel like he's one of the best at what he does, and that's another reason why I wanted to go to Arkansas, because I needed a receiver coach that was going to develop me. And I know, like right now, I don't have all the skills and stuff that like some of these other, let's say, 5-stars have, but at the same time, I have been to one football camp before, never been to a trainer or anything, so I knew that I didn't have the skills and stuff right now, but I mean, all I needed was the college coach to develop me.
Yeah. Right. I like that mindset though. You're like, you're searching for growth. That's pretty good. You're a hometown hog, meaning you're in Fayetteville. You committed to a school local. But you had 32, I believe, Division I scholarship offers. So out of 32 and probably 20 visits and all of that, what went into deciding to stay home?
So Arkansas, believe it or not, was actually my third commitment, and I committed a lot, but at the same time, like the school that I ended up with, I felt like was where I needed to be. And I wanted to go to Arkansas the whole time, but started looking at other places, and I would commit to another school, and then it just like wouldn't feel 100% right. I would feel like, well, I don't really have any other options. I guess I'm gonna go here.
Oh yeah, you're like forcing it.
Yeah, so that's what was happening. It was really not that I wanted to truly go there. And then Arkansas, they started their season. I was committed to Oregon, but I was like, man, I don't really know if I want to go to Oregon. Like, it's super far. I mean, it's freezing cold, it's rainy. And then I ended up decommitting, and it's funny because the head coach there, he ended up leaving
that's suspicious.
like 2 weeks after I committed to Arkansas.
Dang.
And so
Gotcha, bitch.
his pitch for me to come there was also that he was going to be there for a long time, and he's like, man, I love Oregon, like this is the place for me, I'm not going anywhere. And so I find it kind of ironic that he left so quickly. But Arkansas, after they started doing good this year, I was going to like all their home games, and I was committed to Oregon. Wasn't going as a recruit. I would just make sure I found tickets though, like with some of my friends and stuff. And so after I found, or after Arkansas started doing so good, I mean the culture.
Yeah, were you at the
and
Texas
then-
game?
Yes. After
That's
that,
crazy.
I was like, I knew deep down I was gonna commit.
Yeah.
And so I knew I couldn't pass up on Arkansas because it's a special place.
Yeah, talking to some of the other players, they were like, that Texas game is just like a staple in fans and players' mind. But in the players' mind, it was either like, this is what I've been waiting for, like to be embraced by the city like this and have a big win, or it was like, this is the place I want to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Texas game was a big thing. All right, third time's the charm. Arkansas is your third. I'm glad you're staying home. It sounds like this is where your heart's at. But where were the other two places? Oregon and
Oregon and Texas A&M.
A&M. Okay.
So Texas A&M was first,
Oh,
and
okay.
then Oregon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought you like were working your way down so closer to Arkansas the whole time.
I'm originally from Austin, so growing up, I wanted to go to Texas school. It's like A&M. Like the year before, they were ranked like number 4 or something in the country. They were ranked really high. They had beat Bama, and their track team was also really good. So I was gonna run track and play football in college. So I was like, man, like. It was at a point that I had about like 22 offers, and they were talking to me every day, like multiple times a day, talking to my parents and stuff. So I really had the love from them, and so I was like,
consistency will get them.
yeah. And so I hadn't taken any visits yet because visits were shut down. So I kind of made an impulsive move. The coaches were pressuring me and stuff. But I was like, at the same time, they're really the only people showing me, or they're the people showing me the most love. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna commit here. And then whenever I went to my visit, it was like June 4th through the 6th. It was my first visit. I was like, no, this is not the place. Like, I was like, immediately whenever I was there, I was like, this does not feel like home.
Immediately no. Immediately no.
Like, I didn't like the vibe at all.
Yeah, we on
So-
campus right now. This looks like the vibe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm actually not familiar with the other school athletic departments or their like stadiums, but this stadium is
Yeah.
one of the best I've ever
I know.
seen.
And I mean, Arkansas's facilities is crazy.
And yeah, we're pulling up the track field right here. So you're a
Yeah.
multi-sport athlete, track and football. So what was your passion first, football or track events?
So it was my passion growing up was actually baseball, but I got burnt out because I started playing it whenever I was 4. Was playing like select baseball. So whenever I was in 9th grade, I ended up quitting. And track was I always knew that was gonna be probably my sport. Both my parents did it. My mom was in the Olympics actually. My dad, he was a national champion. Both my parents went to LSU and competed there. So like it's in my blood. And then my dad, he's a coach now. So
Yeah, where's he at?
he was at Arkansas,
Yeah.
but he's not coaching anymore. But I mean, so I always thought that track was gonna be my main sport. So I would always put everything in the track. That's why I had never even gone to a camp in football. And then I finally like started getting a little recognition in football. After my sophomore year, I got an offer from Arkansas. It was totally unexpected.
Was that your first offer?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was totally unexpected, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to this Under Armour camp. I went to this Under Armour camp for football, and then I didn't really do too much other stuff. I would just kind of grind on my own, just watch YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But I never thought I'd have more offers in football than track.
32. Okay, so what's your favorite track event?
I would say right now it's the 110 hurdles, but really it's just whatever I'm doing the best at. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's the most fun whenever you're exceeding.
My freshman year, I was better at the long jump, so that was probably my favorite. But now I've been excelling in the hurdles. So
This FHS right here.
yeah,
This-
I love the FHS being so close to the campus and stuff. I mean, you can literally see it from some of the classes. The soccer stadium's right here.
All right, so you mentioned you were from Texas. So when did you move up to Fayetteville?
So it was halfway through my freshman year. I had just finished playing football for my team Westlake. We made it to the semifinals in state, and then after that, took a plane trip here.
Okay, so
And
why?
my parents were already living in Arkansas. They moved up like a month before me.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, did you move here for like a parent's job or?
Yeah, my dad, he was the coach at Texas, and then job at Arkansas.
I didn't know you had moved up here that recently.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were like 11, 12, 13 when you moved up, but you were like 15 something. That's crazy. So a friend I know you have through track and through Fayetteville High School, Sam Hurley. I had talked with his mom, and she had talked to me about, when you moved up here, he was one of your first friends.
Yeah.
So how'd that friendship start?
So I think like one of us hit each other up like a little before me coming to Arkansas, because we both had the interest in track, and like I didn't know how good he was whenever I first saw his profile, he had like 15K followers, and I was like, and then the next day I saw it had like 17K, so I was like, who this dude? I was like, he's buying followers.
Bro, I was
and
gonna say
stuff.
the same thing.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know who this kid is, and then I saw that he did TikTok, and I didn't really know what TikTok was then. So one of my friends that was a girl, like, I was like, do you know who this dude is? Like, he does TikTok. Like, I know you like TikTok. She's like, oh my God, it's Sam Hurley. Like, she was freaking out. So I figured out he did TikTok and stuff. I mean, and he would gain like 5K every day.
Yeah.
So
I found him around 15K followers too, just local in the city. And then it was crazy. Like, I think in one summer he was up to 500,000. And I was like, this dude, he got on TikTok at the right time for sure.
Yeah, he did. And so it really helped that he had a really high interest in track. I really loved track, so we kind of just meshed. And it was during track season that I had moved here, so we'd go to track practice, and then we'd hang out like every day after. We'd go get some food, go to the gym, like go do something.
Yeah.
But
That's not, yeah. He kind of like, not took you under his wing because y'all the same age, but what I mean? Like, you were new. That's pretty cool.
He showed me around, showed me like the people and stuff. Like,
no, that's one thing I can tell about him just from the brief times we've talked, and then just following him online. He does seem to have like a really good heart like that.
yeah, he's like one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Why he not come to the Razorbacks? He could have been a hometown hog too.
I know. I wanted him to come to Arkansas, and I don't know to be honest. Why he didn't
Yeah, I'm
come,
gonna get him on the show too, and I'm gonna ask him that. I just want to see if he
I think so. He's originally from Texas too. He's from Dallas, so I think maybe his heart was just in Texas.
On one of your visits to the football here, it was you and him in the football pass. So I was like, did Sam switch up and start doing football now too?
Yeah, he was actually gonna play football, and then he decided like not to. But he would come out, run routes with us, and I thought he was gonna be pretty good. Like, I feel like he could get some offers and stuff. But
yeah, I did not know he did football. I just thought he was just dressing up for fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. So you'll be a freshman on campus next year. What are you looking forward to most?
I would say just being away from my parents.
I was gonna say, the independence.
Yes, just the independence, but at the same time, like, I mean, you're trying to go to the league, trying to go to the Olympics, so you have a goal in mind. So, I mean, if you don't do what you're supposed to, you're not grinding, and you let other things get in the way of your grinding, then, I mean, your 4 years are gonna go by pretty quickly, and then reality is gonna hit. You're gonna have to get a job, but I mean, my goal is to have my passions be my job. So
yeah, for sure. That's
so
what
I
I'm
won't have to
right
get a desk job, you know.
Yeah, you need that independence to grow for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're gonna live on campus?
I'm gonna be at the Marshall.
That's what she at. You have a choice in that?
No, the first year we have to be at the Marshall, and then after that we can go wherever.
They out here. They're driving around like it's a Friday night out here. They're like, Cameron Little.
Mm-hmm.
He was freshman All-American. So is it on your goals list to be freshman All-American in your category, or is it? You think that's gonna be a byproduct of you just grinding?
Yes, I mean, I feel like if I do what I'm supposed to, get that starting spot, and I mean, I feel like I'll perform pretty well. I feel like nobody can catch up with my speed and stuff.
You fast, bro. I went and watched your, I filmed a video at your, I think it was the championship game, when you played Harvard. And bro, off the line, like Devontae Adams is one of my favorite all-time receivers. Your footwork and like the dig in the ground, I just see Devontae Adams. I ain't trying to hype you up too much. I'm just saying, you look pro already. So yeah, with some growth, I'm excited to watch you next year.
I just try and bring like my track side of things into the football field. And I know it's not all straight line speed, but I mean, like on goes and fades and stuff, like posts, I mean, it's pretty much straight line. So try to use that to my advantage.
Yeah, my dad always preached that to me. Multi-sport athletes, the more versatile you are, the better you can be at anything. He actually played for the Razorbacks.
Okay.
He did track and he was all that. Bomb Stadium, baseball's in season. You watch any baseball?
Not really anymore.
Oh, you got burnt out.
I got burnt out. Like, I'll go to a game and stuff, but I mean, it's hard for me to sit all 9 innings.
Oh, yeah. I would have to have like a box or something.
Yeah.
All right, so what's upcoming for you? What's on your radar? What's your next moves before you're on the Razorbacks roster?
So I mean, I've just been doing track, been grinding in the classroom, just trying to finish up my work, and also in the weight room. I'm getting faster. I mean, I'm like the 100 and stuff isn't the only thing that I do in track. So I mean, the hurdles, the long jump, like that's all helping me be a better athlete. So that is gonna help me for football. And then I get to Arkansas in June. So then after that, I'll be with the team and stuff. But
yeah, and the school starts in August.
yeah.
You think it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to balance track, football, school?
Yeah, it is for sure. I mean, just cause this is gonna be my first year, like, in college and stuff. So even if I wasn't doing any sports, it'd be hard. But I mean,
I think you got it. You got it's all about the mindset.
The thing is, like, people have done it in the past. They've done 2 sports in the past, so, so I know I can.
That's how you. All right, bro. Well, we're gonna get into music next, but I'm excited to see what you do next year.
Yeah, I'm excited, especially having KJ and stuff. Like,
Stud.
everybody be sleeping on him.
Yeah. He's pretty cool. I'm trying to get him on the show too. I interviewed him at the start of his season last year.
Yeah.
Just kind of talked to him about it was his first after his first game starting. I just asked him about what he thought. And he wasn't as confident as he was now.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to see him because he was kind of like, we gotta adversity, we gotta kind of get over it and that type of stuff. Now he's like, I believe we're gonna do it, and I'm like, I like to see that, bro. I like to see that. All right, let's hop in the front seat. Let's listen to some music.
Go down the play, that's an alley hoop. Switch it is good, now he got it, he camera.
Yeah, you do like that. You like that deep, like. All right, Zay going for it.
About to see what they talking about.
But you put in autopilot.
Oh,
I didn't even show you that.
Bro, this shit crazy. I got a fat ass smile.
Young Malcolm, I'm the leader of the movement out this club. And this is what it feels like. Reach a level, make you question, is it real life? All